Hello, welcome back to part 2 of the Mos Eisley build here on another episode of CaseyBuilds Live. Um, just going to jump right in it today. We're going to see how fast we can get through here and see how much we have left for tomorrow. So, flip over to the old build cam there. All right. Let's see here. Today we get to start off with a little bit of text here. The official name of the Albith Cantina band is Figrin Don and the Modal Nodes. Figrin Don is the leader, and other members include Nalan Chil Dorik Nats, Tedden Dahai, Tekmor Ik Abel Gaunt, and Sunil Id. Their biggest hit is Mad About Me when translated to Basic, which is English. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna start with the band. Probably one of the more memorable parts of Mos Eisley Cantina. Also, by the way, one of the things that MD Cordy noticed, he wasn't, I don't think he was watching live yesterday, but he was catching up after the fact. And one of the things that he had noticed about the build, when I was having trouble trying to figure out what that ice maker looking thing was, it's right by the front door, which is where the ATM is in so many bars. So he actually pointed out that it is in fact the ATM machine, the space ATM machine. So very good noticing that. So yeah, we got this dude blowing the I don't know what instruments these are called, but it's got one of those things. And here we're gonna have the droid scanner that they tripped the first time they walked in. Yeah, that's certainly possible. Hello there, Taco Cub. And we got everybody just jumping right on at the beginning of this one today. That's exciting. Okay, this looks like it's some kind of microphone, perhaps. I don't know what's going on there. Call it a microphone. And this one will have, let's see what this is. Oh, this could also be microphone. Okay, turns out these are all, I'm just gonna make this up. All of these instruments are part of the horn section here, so no microphones, which would make sense because they did have that really weird looking singer dude. Wait, was that in Jabba's palace or was that in the cantina? No, I'm thinking about Jabba's palace. The cantina, it's just a bunch of music. Oh, there's that. Whatever that is. So. Okay, let's see here. What are we building now? Presumably, this might be the other side of the bar. Oh, go Bills. Fingers crossed for you there. Pop quiz, Taco Cub. What was the last Super Bowl the Bills won? Well, I was trying to make a joke about. I was going to make a joke about remembering them not ever having won any, but your specific data on it sort of ruined my ability to tell the joke. I think Mike 16. I think one of the Super Bowls that you did security on, wasn't that? Weren't you there one time when the Bills went? If I remember correctly? Or am I making that up? That must have been around Super Bowl 25-ish, somewhere around there. So today I'm not aiming to necessarily no. Football is one of the very few sports that I have even a middling level of knowledge about. But it's mostly football from the 80s and 90s. So, back when the Niners were worth watching. I don't think any kid growing up in the 80s and 90s in Northern California could completely avoid football with the Niners. That's okay. I forgive you. Certainly was a valid theory. $25 and $26. Boom! Look at me, pretending like I actually know stuff. She hasn't looked up from sorting, but I know Lex is probably very, very proud of me right now. She takes her job very seriously. Oh, and I think I started to say this. Oh, well, that's nice. Certainly not aiming to do a speed build with this. I'm not trying to go super fast today, but I am kind of curious to see how far we can get by like 4 o'clock. See if we're going to need another day or not. I find it completely unrealistic to think that we'll be done today, but you know, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Oh. Wiener Schnitzel never did anything wrong to you. Maybe once we get past all this Corona stuff and we get to the point where it's time to start rebuilding, maybe that'll be a fresh opportunity to open up a Wiener Schnitzel franchise in the bleak wasteland that will be left once we can finally go outside again. This is a... Hey! Okay. I'm not sure. There is a moving part here. And I'm not sure what that's going to do. But, oh, it does have a don't poke your eye out thing on it, so... There's going to be some kind of projectile involved here. But also don't poke your eye out. You know, that is a statistic that I do not have any information about. I know that they put these don't poke your eye out warnings on these things for a reason. But I'm curious just how many eye-poking related incidents LEGO has had to weather with their stuff that got them to the point where they felt like they actually needed to put a thing on here saying don't poke your eye out. Or if it was purely a proactive sort of a thing that they were doing, just trying to really make sure that people were safe. I suppose I was expecting the worst, to think that they must have been doing it reactively instead of proactively. That said, you'd have to be trying pretty darn hard to damage your eyeball with one of these things. Darwin, take the wheel. This is starting to look like a fairly complex another booth here. So I'm not sure what's so special about this one. Maybe this one will have someone shooting first. And there needs to be proper accoutrement around it, surrounding it, to make it exciting. I don't know. We'll see. And I'm not going to whistle this tune because that's not the point of my streams here, and because YouTube would probably flag it as a copyright violation. But I've had a song stuck in my head all day, and I think it's called Jump Up or something like that. It's the One Up Girl song from the new Mario Odyssey movie. Or game. New, relatively speaking. The newest. Actually, that's not even true. It's not the newest one anymore. Now that with Mario's 35th anniversary, released some new stuff, but yeah, it was the Switch Mario. Oh, for heaven's sake. Big title on the Switch, whatever. Can't think of the right word to use. Okay. This booth is continuing to grow in complexity, but not yet in clarity. So there's these pins on the outside that can rotate, and it's moving something on the inside, like they're going to make these things ejector seats or something. But I do not know what that's for yet. So I was reading up on the designer for this set, and the guy who made it joined I don't know if he joined as a Lego designer in 2016 or if that's when he got pulled onto the Star Wars team. I think he might have started as a Star Wars guy. So, but this was the first thing that he had done when he had joined the team, just because he thought it would be a really cool idea. And then it basically sat on the shelf for a few years before Lego or whoever thought, yeah, actually, you know what, that would be a really cool set. So this one had just been sitting there for a while, kind of a barn find. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, so still, these are just seats here, and then you can see that pops pops the seat up. So these literally might be all they are ejector seats, maybe. Which I don't know why they would have those in here. Yeah, but it should match the movie. I don't remember ever seeing anybody get ejected out of a seat. Maybe this is supposed to be where Han and Greedo are sitting, and then the ejector will be for when the action starts and abruptly ends. I know somebody that was watching the stream well, it wouldn't have been last weekend. Wait, did I stream? Oh, maybe it was a stream last weekend. Someone was mentioning the rumors about the sets that they're going to be coming out with next year, the Star Wars related sets, and how they were bummed because it seemed like there were going to be a lot of original trilogy sets. And I like it when they come out with new sets for the new movies and stuff, but it doesn't get much more original than the Mos Eisley Cantina. And I would totally be happy if they kept making these old throwback style sets. And at this point, we've reached the end of the Skywalker story. So there's a few cool ships that they could pull from the newer trilogy that I'd be happy about. But I think for as far as iconic stuff that I'd like to build, I think the original movies have the richest pool that they could be pulling from. So, personally, I think we're just about done with this bag here. Oh, this is going to be the stage for the band, I'm thinking. We are done with the bag. Alright, on to bag 11. Alex brings that over. I will read to you the next part here. Moma, I don't know how to say these names. Momonadon, also known as Hammerhead, is an Ithorian and a rebel sympathizer. He was exiled from his home planet of Ithor after he was forced to reveal his species' agricultural secrets to the Empire. He maintains a secret garden in the mountains south of the Mos Eisley spaceport. Whew. That is one of the interesting things about Star Wars is even these characters that are on the screen for 5 seconds tops, every single character has a backstory, and
Sometimes that's because they've been in the novels.
well, the novels didn't exist when the original movie was made. But
My point is they might have a backstory now that they didn't have.
so this guy, the Hammerhead, apparently with the original toys that came out, it was called the Hammerhead. Little nuggets of knowledge, yes. When the merchandise first came out with the first movie, that guy was known as Hammerhead only, and it wasn't until after the fact that his name was that he was given a name. So the amount of planning ahead had not occurred yet. So to Lex's point. Oops. So you have the thing from 1979 of the cantina with this dude in it. He'll only be called Hammerhead. And they fleshed it out a little bit more. So there's some extra wisdom nuggets for you. I have not tried that taco. The one that I'd be most excited about is the one that makes your lips numb. And there's, it's a fairly closely guarded secret on how they actually accomplish that. And there's a few theories out there. If you go start Googling how they achieved it with different flowers that have numbing agent properties and stuff, but I don't know. That's the one that I'd like to.
Now, that tasted really good. It wasn't just good, this is cool. It actually.
Yeah, it was yummy, and it had an interesting thing. How did I get so wise about Star Wars lore? Well, it's probably has something to do with having a brother that is super wise about Star Wars lore. I'm sure that's a component of it. I don't know if there was an answer you were fishing for, but that doesn't hurt.
You were so well said, I swear.
Oh, there it is. Where are all these pieces going? Oh, we're over here now. Sometimes I wish that they would just have just a big silly arrow saying, well, and I mean there is one on this step actually. So Oh, so I got the answer right. Very good. Thank you. Am I on 10 now?
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys were on 10 last night.
Oh.
When we started it.
So Taco started. I played Star Wars Squadrons briefly. It's very difficult. I enjoy it conceptually, and I'm hoping that once I get past the intro training stuff, it'll be more fun to play. I do love the dog style space dogfight style combat. And I feel like getting it on Xbox was probably the wrong format, since this would be amazing in virtual reality. But I think if you were to do this in VR, you absolutely would need to have the I can never remember the acronym for it, but the hand controls.
You would also need strong stomach.
That's not an issue for me.
Yeah, I know. Just saying, you know.
Yeah, the old X-Wing game. Yeah, I loved that one. HOTAS. That's what I was trying to remember.
What does that stand for?
It's hands-on. I can't remember. But it's basically the controller that has the flight stick and the throttle and.
Gotcha.
Maybe it's hands-on throttle and stick, actually. I don't know. Oh! Ah! There we go. Look at that. Just needed to talk it out, apparently. Well, we just flew through this bag.
Yeah.
This
That's
one,
the exception.
this one was smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, the reason why I feel like I think I would enjoy it most in VR is because of how hard it is to visually track what's happening on the screen and see where everything is and where things are going. Whereas if you're doing VR, then you could look around and know what you're doing independent of where your ship's going. Obviously, I mean that's the obvious benefit, and I could see why that would be very, very helpful with this game. Uh-oh. Scruffy mop just got away from me over here. Gonna go with a handsome smirking Han Solo here. Complete with blaster. You know, I wonder which minifig is the most prevalent. Because certainly I know I have a whole lot of Han Solos with across my sets. I wonder if Han is the most frequent minifig. And I'm not talking about actor either, because if you include that, then, you know, there's also the Indiana Jones ones, and I'm saying just purely character. I wonder if Han Solo is the most frequently distributed minifig. Because I can't think of any other sets that would be as prolific as the Star Wars ones with characters that you see a lot of. Harry Potter. But there's also not as many Harry Potter sets as there are Star Wars sets. So, yeah, I wonder if Han Solo is the most frequent minifig. That seems like a Cordy thing to know. And 1. Because there's a lot of Millennium Falcons. It's one of the more frequently reissued sets, the Falcon. So I'm gonna say, if I had to make my best guess, going with Han. We have come across another sticker. Okay. Sticker number 7. Okay, Alex, we got some more Aramesh for you to translate. Arabesh. Droids, maybe? Hopefully you saw that quickly enough. Yeah, my bet is it's droids. Whoops. The one up on top where it didn't belong. Oh no. Haha! I was able to use my ejector seat to get that piece out of where I just dropped it. That was convenient. Oops. Okay. Keep building up. Up, up, up. Oh, I didn't line up my tray to the shot on this one, on this tray. Sorry about that.
How rude.
Feel like a failure. I like to be able to show off Lex's handiwork. It's a long one. And just like they did last time with these other ones yesterday, these booths are going to have just a couple of studs on the tops, which will make it so that things can stick to them but aren't going to really hold too tight. That way it's easy to remove the roof. So if you're playing with the set, you can actually see what's going on in there. I like that approach that they take, where the set is built so that it looks good and finished, but then is also easily and quickly modifiable. Easily and quickly modifiable to remove some of those pieces on there, so that you could actually play with it if that was your intention. Because for me, I certainly am not interested in. Oh, the droid sign says wanted. Ah, very good. Yeah, I'm not interested in playing with the set once it's built. I like it to look nice, but I also absolutely see the value in, most likely, younger builders being able to play with the Lego set once it's built. Wanted. Thank you, Alex. Man, what a weird little combination of pieces on this guy. What an interesting order that they had us put them together in, too. Weird little guy. Also weird that they had us build this separately and put it on top of this instead of just building it up directly on. That's weird. I don't know what they're... Oh. I actually wasn't done building it yet. Oops. Oh wow, not a single extra piece in this bag. Alright.
How often does that happen?
That never happens. On to the next one. Oh, and there's everybody's favorite bounty hunter to hate, Greedo. Get this lined up this time. There we go. Greedo. So here's another little fun factoid about this scene early on in the first one. They had cut this part from the scene, but there was actually supposed to be a girl, well, a female. I don't know, with species being what they are, if that's still the right word to use. Han was working on getting himself a female companion in the bar, and it was actually cut from the final version. But you can see the scene that got cut if you're watching special features. And if you're just watching the movie itself, you can still see the girl walking around in the bar, even though you don't see the scene where he's necessarily hitting on her. How is that? There it is. That was tricky getting that table to go together. What is not clear, I'm not sure if she was supposed to be a girlfriend or if he was just trying to pick her up, but he obviously got rid of that and had the romantic part of his story go in a different direction completely. What am I building here? This is a big white egg. Oh, by the way, this speeder, I looked it up. It's a V35 speeder, and this is the first time in a Lego Star Wars set that that you build one of those. It is one of the less popular speeders, but they're apparently cheap and used frequently on the poorer planets. You can see at Luke's home, at the Lars homestead, they have one there. I don't think they actually use it, but you can see it off to the side. At some point. But it's a V35 speeder. Oh, lots of stickers. Okay, here we go. Sticker time. We need 2 13s and a 14. Oh, there's lots. Oh, okay. 2 13s and a 14 in the middle. I think we're going to use up most of the rest of our stickers in this next few steps here. In fact, I'm going to leave my stickers out right there, since I'm almost totally sure that I'll be using them in the next few steps. This goes on the back. And let's see. Yep. 2 more. Build 2 of them. Normally I set all of my pieces out ahead of time as I'm going through and building these things to make sure that I have all of the pieces that the step is going to require, and so that I don't miss things. But when I'm doing these live builds, for the sake of keeping things moving, I try to balance how often I do that with ones like this where there's a whole lot of pieces, and certainly setting my pieces out ahead of time is, I guess, a little boring. To the viewer. So sometimes when I come across steps like this, I don't always set my pieces out ahead of time, specifically when I'm doing a stream like this. You're welcome. I aim to be just that. I appreciate the recognition. Okay, stickers need to be oriented thusly. I am looking forward to getting to the point where there are no more achievements associated with stretching before or after doing your workout with the ring fit. And I am hoping that it stops once you hit 100 stretches, because it looks like that might be the end point for getting an achievement for it. I can tell you right now, I'm going to be doing way fewer stretches before and after the workout once I get that achievement. Okay. These go on the sides, like this. And these things just kind of point outward at weird angles, all willy-nilly, I guess. And we'll finish this guy off. Let's see here. 2. Really don't know what this little egg is. I don't remember this. It's probably one of those things that's on the screen for just a few frames as they're panning around the outside of Mos Eisley. See, I'm going to say that now, but then once it's built, I'll probably, it's just as likely a chance that I'll see it and be like, oh my goodness, it was this such and such thing. And I'll realize that I was a moron for missing it. Okay. Should be final stickers for a while. Ah. Almost had an issue with that one. Okay. There we go. Finishing off this weird egg thing. Actually, it's not finished off yet. I think we still need a top. Okay, we need these guys around the corners. Huh. This looks like it might be Greedo's ship, which I admittedly do not remember at all. Put Greedo right in there. Plop. And we give him a little top here. Oh. Doesn't even go all the way down if he's sitting here. It's kind of silly. It doesn't actually close. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know. Well, we'll set him off to the side over here also. There. Okay, back to the bar. We got our little hinge pieces here, which will be, I think we're doing the back side of this wall right here. Will be angled like that, maybe. Oh, no, we're doing the entrance to this corner booth. Right there. Okay. Oh dear.
You sounded very much like C-3PO just now.
That's not lined up correctly. There it is. Missed something there, apparently. Where does this go? Oh, it goes over here. Okay, another angular wall. And this. The way that they've been doing these, they've been stacking circular 1x1 studs with the square 1x1 studs. It's been creating a really neat effect on the walls here to give them, make it look like they're crumbling away. Like that trick. I haven't seen them do that in any other sets before. Clever way for them to be able to build a full wall without actually having holes in it, but make it look like there's holes in it. Clever. Okay, back wall. Oh, and this is nice. I don't know. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Not sure. So this back wall clips on. The back wall will clip on here and hold and not move. And I'm not sure if the purpose of that was to make it so that it holds it in place, or if they actually really want this to be something that when you're playing with the set can be opened. It's actually really hard to get it unclipped from where it is with the direction that the clips are going. So I'm assuming that that's not meant to be a removable thing once it's done. I could be wrong. It also might be a lot easier to pull it off once the rest of this is complete. We won't know until we get there. Okay, well, let's see here. This is all literally coming together now. So you can see that this actually, as we expected, will be able to open up, but then all rotate together, which is pretty cool. Okay, we are done with that tray. On to bag 14. Okay, we are now working on some new dude. His name is, oh, okay, this guy is one of the ones that is on screen for half a second. Kardusai Malak is a Deveronian with a high bounty on his head. He was a cruel army captain on his homeworld of Deveron and committed deadly crimes. Now he is trying to escape his past by hiding on Tatooine and going by the alias Labria. So that's that guy. And this dude, you would possibly recognize his face if you saw it. I'll hold him up close to the camera as always. But he's kind of a devilish looking dude. with some horns. In fact, that pretty much looks just like him from the movie. So, and when you see him on screen, you literally just see his face and his eyes look to one side for a second. This is zoom up on his face, and that's what you see, and then he's gone. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're working on this corner of the bar back here now. Possibly another entrance or exit. Any self-respecting shady bar needs to have more than one way to get in and out of the building. Not quite. Also, just as a reminder, once again, for anybody that wasn't here yesterday or missed it when I was talking about it, this coming weekend I will not be streaming, so you'll have to find alternate forms of entertainment this coming weekend. That said, this build today, if we get it done, that'd be great. If not, we're probably going to be finishing up tomorrow night after work.
We're on back 14.
Back 14. This is... Well, it's weird. We're on page 263 out of 400 right now, so we're about 2/3 of the way through on pages. But I don't know. We'll just keep evaluating how this goes. If we don't get this done today, we'll be finishing it up tomorrow night after work, which means probably, let's see, if I had to guess, I'd say 7 p.m. Pacific time, which I know, Cordy, that's a little later for you. I apologize. But that's probably when we'll do it. And then no build next weekend. But I think if we do have to spend any time building tomorrow, I say that like it's a chore. If we do spend any time building tomorrow, it'll be quicker. I don't think we're gonna have a whole lot left by the end of today.
Are you going to do a special birthday help?
Don't know. Probably not.
On Tuesday?
Probably not. Okay. Yeah, I'm having a hard time having a hard time seeing where all the rest of the pieces are going to be coming from, or what else we're going to have to build here, but that's part of the fun. thermal detonator or something in there. More garbage. Just stuff. Maybe this is a storeroom back here. Maybe that's what this is. Storeroom with a... Well, we don't know if there'll be a door here or not. There might be, there might not. Ooh, we'll see. On there. Go. Alright. Looks like we're building a unused espresso machine. Speaking of espresso machines, I saw a YouTube clip yesterday of one of the absolute weirdest and wildest cars I've ever seen. Super luxury sports car. This one, claim to fame was it's asymmetrical, which looked hideous. But it also had the passenger side had a built-in espresso machine. So, ridiculousness. So, stuff. It's a got some stuff, I don't know, stuff. So, the back of the cantina is never seen in any of the Star Wars films, concept art, animated series, or graphic novels. Okay. So, this is a new area. The LEGO designers were granted creative liberties to complete the model. The storage room, where Wooher keeps cleaning supplies and extra bottles, is an exclusive feature for this set. Okay, so this is the back storeroom. And there you go. Look at that. Now we know. There you have it. What a fun exclusive feature this is for the LEGO set to have. A storeroom for cleaning supplies. Oh, the places we'll go. That. Okay. There we go. I think the most exciting part for me with that storage room was getting to read about how that was an exclusive for the set. It is more interesting in theory than it is in practice. Thought exercise. But I'm sure if Paul or Maria is ever watching this, they will most likely wholeheartedly agree with the importance of a back storeroom at a bar. So I'm sure if anybody would appreciate the attention to detail, it would be them. Oh, it needs to hold that together better. Okay, cool. Yeah, so far this whole set, it's been sprawling and building upward, but it hasn't put too much emphasis on keeping the walls sturdy. But it looks like we're starting to group some pieces together that's firming them up nicely. Oops. By the way, unrelated to anything with this build directly, I spent some time looking around Comcast's site recently and Googling for answers here. One issue I have with the stream, like when I hold things up close to the camera, is I feel like the upload speed that I have. Well, I have great download speed here at home. The upload speed is not great. And so I know there's a lot of times where the video gets a little jittery. And I am fairly confident that is purely based on my upload speed. And so I was trying to see if that was a solvable issue easily. And nowhere on anything that I could find does Comcast ever just come right out and talk about their upload speed. They'll say, you can upgrade and you'll get this download speed, and everything's all about download speed. And arguably that's the thing that most people are going to care about these days. Upload is mostly important just for streaming. It's probably the most common important need to have quicker upload speeds these days, but I was able to find no information, and at this point I think to get any more information about it would require calling Comcast, and just saying that makes my mouth taste like throw up. So until fiber comes into the neighborhood and there's a dramatic change with my internet, or if I don't know what circumstances would cause me to move, I don't see that happening. But anyway, basically barring any sort of big change, I think we're probably stuck with the internet that we got here. So I have put in the request for fiber to get into my area, which would be really great, and I think that would help improve the stream quality quite a bit. But as it is, here we are. That said, I'm all ears if anybody has any great ideas. I'm guessing the the video jitters probably bug me more than anybody else. Possible exception to you, Cordy. We're doing another cool sliding door here, similar to the last one. It's got this slot that the door will be able to go into, and it will be able to lift up. Gordy, I don't think it's possible to work as closely with somebody for as long as we work together and not not to start to at least gain some level of understanding about their thought processes. Which is to say, no bugs are necessary. Okay, and our door goes on the front of the building somehow. Where does it attach? It attaches like that. Great. That guy, and oh, not that one, this one, and one of these, and one of these, that one, that one, that one. All right, cool. We're getting to finish off some more of the top of this thing here. Where did these little guys go? Oh, over here. Okay. Okay. Another Orby bit. And there. Okay, so this is going to be the keypad on the outside of the back door to be able to get in. Come on, focus. Focus. There it goes. So that's just sitting there on the outside of the door. That's cute. And there's another top bit. Okay, and let's see. It's going to be another top bit, I think. Did I do that wrong? No. That's right. Okay. Really curious to see where we're going to go from here. Just cheated and looked on the box, so I guess, I wonder if we're going to have a top for this that can lift off. Maybe? Couldn't quite tell looking at the box, and I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to keep looking back over there, but okay. Odd shape. There we go. See, this oddly shaped piece fits perfectly right there. Okay. More bits, presumably. We're going to cover up these other two spots. It would be absolutely shocking if that's not what the rest of these pieces were for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, top for that one, and then one more. There we go. Goes here, and then we've got a few extra pieces for, oh, they're antenna. Okay, and that's probably the end of this one. Well, that antenna's upside down. Okay, that's it up, and there we go. Closes together in one nice one whip. Okay, well, yep. There's. I'm gonna start building up a top for this thing. Let's keep going. Bag 15. Done with that tray. You know, it's weird building this cantina. Not that there are many things that don't make me feel this way, but doing this is making me wish that I was back in Disneyland at Galaxy's Edge. I miss it. How is this to be oriented? Like that. Okay. We have another don't poke your eye out. I don't know what happened to the other don't poke your eye out. There was nothing eye pokey related. It's weird. Okay. So we have. Nah, I'm not even gonna do it. That I was gonna shoot the Chewie's crossbow bola bow. What's the name of that weapon? Alex, what's the name of Chewie's weapon? It actually pops that thing out pretty hard. It would be difficult, I still think, to puncture an eye with it, but they do fly and make it hard to. You could easily lose a piece if you weren't paying attention. Bowcaster, thank you.
That sounds like something you use for 80s aerobics.
Mm-hmm. Oops. That fell off. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. I need this guy, which is one of the hardest pieces to pick up off of a tray. The ones that I'm talking about being hard to pick up are these ones, which are flat 1x2 ones, but they have but they have sloped edges, which make them nearly impossible for a normal human to be able to lift up off of a tray because there's can't grab it. No, that's okay. Lex is offering me alternatives for how she could lay these out on the tray to make them easier for me, but that's okay. She's very thoughtful. Bowcaster. Yeah, it sounds like something that an 80s like hair band would use. Turn the bowcaster up to 11. It's an interesting way for that to line up. So these curved pieces, this is one piece right here. This is coming off of that curved piece, and it's not at a 45-degree angle. But it's an interesting way to make that fit in there, and I don't know if I've ever seen one used that way before. That worked out, though. Okay, this guy now gets to live in here somewhere. Do I have it backwards? Let's see here. No, that's right. There. Now we have a... I don't know. Oh, I broke off an antenna. Okay. Yeah, it looks like that might be the makings for a roof with stuff that might sit on top of it. Perhaps. We're just going to start throwing out wild ideas. Kind of looks like a AC unit. Oh, once again, tray isn't in the correct spot. Need you guys to yell at me if I forget to do that. I know the real reason why you all are here, to see Lex's beautifully laid out trays. Uh-oh, there. Okay, another box of stuff. It says the same word on it as the other one. Was this what did it say? Parts? Is that what that said? I think that's what that said. Oh, cargo. That's what it was. So while I was expecting this set, one of the reasons why I was so excited about it was I was expecting to have all sorts of really interesting little Star Wars references. This hasn't really had as much of that as I was expecting. It seems like it's more or less just it's a cantina. But what I'm starting to get more excited about with this set is the way everything fits together and how it all snaps into one piece, and just seeing the way it all comes together now is starting to be very interesting to me. I had not originally thought that was going to the mechanics of the set. I was not anticipating to be of particular interest, but that has somehow quickly become what I am the most excited about. Let's go upward, and let's orient them correctly. There. That came together really neat. This little contraption over here. Oh, and this lives on the outside of the building. Okay. And it's hiding these little pins that are the ejector seat buttons from earlier, which are still sort of perplexing. This one looks like maybe we're building a evaporator, moisture collector. Possibly. Two. And 3. Okay. Everything's lined up real good. This one goes on the back. These are the sides. And the front. Okay. Another impressive structure here. By the way, I know I mentioned that really weird car, and I think if you were trying to look for it, I believe it is called a DS. And I want to say it's a British car. Not sure, but I think DS was either the make or model. So if you heard me talk about that and were thinking, hey, I'm curious what that car is, that's what you want to look up. Asymmetrical DS European supercar. Neat. Yeah, I completely agree, Cordy. This thing is such a weird... I mean, it looks like either an antenna tower... I don't know. Does this look like something you'd see on a moisture farm? I think so. But what a odd thing. But yeah, it's just... that's all Lego. It's very cool. Well, that's the end of that bag. Okay, we're closing in on 2 hours. Hang on a second over there. got 3 bags left to go. But still another 80 pages. We've cranked through 160 pages already for 2 hours. Yeah, I feel like maybe the rest of what we got left here, we'll just do that tomorrow night. I feel like this might be a good stopping point. I know we could probably push through, but that might be pushing it a little too much. So let's say we're gonna stop here. I think that's probably good. Like I said, tomorrow we're gonna finish this up around 7 p.m. Pacific time, and I don't think we even have an hour left at this point. So, quick build tomorrow night. Yeah, that's gonna be the plan. And then don't forget, like I said, this weekend, not gonna be building this coming weekend, so we'll build tomorrow night, and then it'll be a 2 weeks until our next build. So thank you all for showing up, as always. Really appreciate it. Have a lot of fun, and enjoy the rest of your nights. Hopefully see you guys back here tomorrow. Bye.